All right, here we go. Episode 13 of the Hear Me Out podcast. I'm Eric.
Brandon.
Donovan's not here today. I know everybody's going to be sad.
We almost got
He
that
had
bail
a
money up.
little
We almost got the bail money out.
personal.
Your boy gonna be out by tomorrow. Don't worry about it.
We're going to have that bail money soon. We're coming to get
Hold
you.
tight.
Coming to get you, D. As you can see, we have another special guest, Brian Price, one of my homeboys, one of Brandon's homeboys. We've known each other from Georgia Southern days, Miami's finest, Hollywood, Florida, Broward County stand up. Brian Price, you already
Got
know.
2-305
There we
in the
go.
house tonight. You like in the minority. I'm liking that. We gotta talk Miami football or something while we're doing this.
404 all day, baby. 404. 404. LSS, let's go. Nobody know what that is. It's just me. LSS, me, Steph Curry, Clay, all of us. LSS, Light Skin Society. Anyway, let's talk about it. Brian, tell us a little bit about yourself, bro.
My name is Brian. As you stated, I'm from Florida. I'm a Libra. I enjoy the fall. It's my favorite season.
Yo, this ain't
Long
even harmony.
walks, bike rides. You know what I mean? I'm out here in Atlanta. I've been here a while. I do a podcast called The OwnersBox with myself, Schuster Connect, and Will Walker. I do late September productions, some videos, some editing. I do some other things that white people pay me for that I put on my taxes. And you know, I'm here.
You
There we
enjoy
go.
quiet
I
evenings,
love it.
candlelight dinners. Like, what up? I put it out there for them.
I do.
I felt like somebody was about to swipe
I
left.
do. I
That's
mean,
all I'm saying.
and that too. So you can swipe right. Holla at me.
That's what's up. Yo, good to see you, Price.
It depends. It depends. I don't know what
I'll
y'all
put it-
demographics are. I don't know what kind of listeners and watchers y'all got. Y'all might have a bunch of hard legs. Therefore, do not swipe right.
There's a lot of family. There's a lot of family members. Hey, mom.
I gotta watch my tone then.
All right. So let's do. We appreciate you coming on the show, man. You always welcome. You family. We known each other, like I said, from undergrad. So always welcome. But one of the things we do from time to time is just kind of a check-in or whatever. So mental, physical, and professional. How's everybody doing? Let's go. We can go 1 to 10. You can choose your scale, like whatever you want to do. B, you want to start up?
What are we doing? 1 to 10 on each one, or a compiled?
Sorry. Hold on. Branding, because there are 2 B's on here.
Oh,
Branding.
my bad.
Nah, you the guest, Price. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying, are we doing
Price.
a 1 to 10 on a combined level? Or are we doing each one?
No, each one individual.
Mental.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I might say it's 6. Might say it's
All right.
6. Physical, it's getting low. I worked on it today though. I got out today, rode the bike a little bit because this year's been horrible. It's been real whack. I've been in the house more than I should have been. So today I got out, rode the bike, trying to get moving. So yeah, I give me a solid 5. Where are we going on the rest? Where we on the
All
rest?
right.
Oh, professional.
Professional.
I make money, so I don't make as much as I want to make. I'm gonna go with a 6. All my rankings are gonna be mediocre at this point in time.
Long as you don't give me 3 6s, you okay?
Not at all. Oh yeah, I think all my rankings are gonna be mediocre at this time. That's how I feel. It's been a real strange 2 years. Past 2 years, it's been real strange. And I know that and I understand that and I'm working on that. Like if you would have asked me like a year and a half ago, I might have gave you like some twos or some ones or something. Yeah.
Oh,
But then I recognized it was
well,
like,
shit.
hey
When we
man, you
do,
fucking up.
We should have asked.
when we doing these check-ins, like we want to make sure like folks are good. So it's not a check-in arbitrarily. It's a check-in like, what can we do? If you want to talk about stuff offline, we can talk about stuff offline. You want to talk about stuff here, we can talk about stuff here, or whatever. But like the check-ins aren't just for show or for fun or
Indeed.
anything like that. We don't bring folks on the show that we don't care about or whatever. You know me, I ain't just pleasant all the time. I don't want just people around or whatever. So we bring people on, and folks on the show, like we care. So you want to talk about
Yeah.
it, we can talk.
But I
about
know,
it.
but like I said, like a while ago, it was down, and I knew, and I know that, and I understood that, and I saw that, and that's why I say they're all where they are, and they're improving. Let's say like professional. It's like I go to work, and I'm cool with it. I get paid. It's not uh it's not elevating me. Nothing there is elevating me, and I'm comfortable with it.
Right.
I'm comfortable with the job, and I go in, and nobody bothers me. There's no harassment. I go in, and I get paid, and I go home. And they try to pull dumb shit, but I don't let it affect me. I'm like, y'all do that over there. I'm gonna do what I do, and then I'm gonna go home. So again, on
Yep.
noticing that and improving on that, I put in like 2 job applications the other day. It's like, all right, it's time to holler at y'all type thing. Um, as far as the
Right.
physical thing, as far as knowing that people be like, yo, I feel sluggish, I feel tired. I need to get out of the house. I need to get out and move. And on my off days, not just sleep all day or something, just get out and move. So I work on that, get on that today. So it's all elevating up. So I'll come back in another few weeks and I'll give you my tens. We'll be at all tens.
That's
All
strong
right.
talk.
I mean, you want to come and play basketball with Brandon and Donnie, and now we'd be glad to scrub you up
Man,
a
you
little
know
bit.
what? I gotta go play by myself first. I know. No, no,
It
no.
don't matter, bro.
I'm super rusty. I gotta get this, make sure this J still work and all that. I'm super
Bro,
rusty.
Price was
Nah.
nice in the day though, man.
Yeah,
Like
I
real
gotta
talk. That
I
dude
gotta
shoot from
play
18 in the dark and keep it wet. For
I
real.
gotta play by myself first and then I'll come out there.
All right, that's cool. I
And you
mean,
know what? And
we not at our athletic
but the
peak,
thing
so
about it,
it's
because you
fine.
know when the whole world shut down last year and I was in the house, I stayed home from work and that time just kept extending. I was like, yo, this is not good. So I was like, yo, let me get a bike. Let me go buy a bike. And there were no bikes. You couldn't find a bike nowhere. All right, let
Yep.
me go to the park
Yep.
and shoot some hoops. Nigga, they took all the hoops down. It's
Yeah.
like you can't do that. You
Yeah.
just walk around, dog. So I
Yep.
got a
Good,
bike
man.
later. I got a bike later. Um, I don't even know if the hoops is back up yet. I need to go over there and see.
Yeah. I mean, but that's the thing, man. Like taking steps to make progress. That's what it's all
Good
about.
health check.
So as long as you like, hey, like I still see that path forward. I still see that way to improve, to get from fives and sixes to sevens and eights and nines and tens or whatever. Like that's all we can ask. And if you need help with stuff, like
Indeed.
hit us up. We around. Strix.
Oh, okay, word. Mental, I'm gonna say a 6, but it's probably more like a 5. But I'm gonna say a 6 because I want to keep it positive. Uh, Ma Duke's going in for surgery tomorrow. Trying to beat this cancer. Just left her house. And real talk, like I always tell people, my mother, pound for pound, is the strongest person on the planet, and like she up there trying to pick me up, pick my sister up, and she's the one going in for the surgery. So tomorrow's a big morning. Gonna be up like 4 o'clock in the morning see her before she goes in. So that has me kind of messed up, but I come from good stock, so I'm gonna stay strong with that. Physical is good. Like I think last time I checked in at a 7, I'm like at an 8. Like I really kind of turned the corner with that, so that's good. I'm down like another 5 pounds or so. Uh, professional, I'm gonna say 5, man, for sure. You know, Price touched on it. Like it's not just like the last year; it's probably like the last year and a half or so. But it's just been a strange time. But much like Price, though, I recognize it and I have goals I'm trying to achieve. So we're gonna turn it around. So next time I check in, as long as it's not next week, maybe like next month, and that check in it'll be better. But I'm gonna give myself, like I said, a 6, an 8, and a 5. So what's that? 19. I dropped 2 points from the last time we did this.
Yep.
It's crazy. I'm trending in the
Yep.
wrong direction. Heavy stuff.
Well, I mean, but
Yeah,
life happens. Life happens. Like there's a, we make all the plans we want, but sometimes things don't work out the way that that we want them to work out, and sometimes like it's all about the moment, right? So we taking snapshots or whatever. If you got something real kind of heavy on your heart right now, focused on your mom or whatever, that's gonna bring those numbers down or whatever. And that's and that's the reason why I was like I wanted to do the check-in, because I know that there's stuff going on. So you my brother, I want to make sure I check in or whatever. So that's why we do it or whatever. I mean, I'm not particularly religious or whatnot or whatever, but your mom is my mom or whatever. So I'm here. If you need to call me at 4 a.m, like just call. You in my top folks on my phone or whatever, so it'll ring through even if I'm asleep. So you need to talk, I'm here. You need me to come drop by the hospital, I'm there or whatever. So whatever. It's
she'll get through it. Like I
always
said,
that
she's
way.
strong. She'll get through it. We'll get through it. It's just it's one of those life things, Cancer sucks. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
It's crazy, and I'm gonna go ahead and say
It does.
this. If they could find a vaccine for COVID in 7 months, they damn sure could have found something to beat these cancers that are out here. You know what I mean? It produces that. They like keeping you sick. So because treating the symptoms gets people paid or whatnot, but whatever. Thanks for the thoughts, though. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's something that obviously is affecting you and your family. My son Justice, like he had it when he had cancer when he was 9 or whatever. He's out of it and is healthy, and I think this year is his 10th year being cancer free or whatever and being in remission. So he's in a good place or whatever. So, stories of people close to you.
Everybody knows somebody with that.
That are getting through it though. So that's the thing. So hopefully, donate to cancer research, everybody, so we can finally beat this horrible disease. All right.
What about you, sir?
So for my side, mental, I'm at about a 7, 8.
7.5.
I'm feeling actually pretty good. And then I don't have anything that I'm super stressed over or anything like that. It's just kind of normal day-to-day stuff or whatever that we dealing with on a regular basis anyway. Physical, I'm actually feeling much better from the last check-in. I'm gonna say I'm about at a 7. I've been eating way more healthy. I've been exercising a whole lot more. Trying to make sure that I stay super active, or whatever. So I'm feeling good there. So I'm at, like I said, about like I said, about 7 or 8 there too. So I'll give it a 7.5. And then professionally, I'm at, I'll say a 6. have everything going in the direction that I need it going. I don't have clients rolling in the way that I want them rolling in for my business. And we've got a lot of things kind of going on. And I don't feel like I have all the momentum that I want going forward, or going in the direction that I want it going right now, or whatever. So I'll give that about a 6. And when I think back to where I was, I had some scores that were lower than that, or whatever. So I'm definitely trending in the right direction. So we'll see. But I feel good. I feel better. I lost about 4 pounds so far, or whatever, in a week and some change, or whatever. And we'll see. I'll weigh myself again on Sunday, and we'll see if the progress continues or whatever. But I got a goal. I'm about to drop this weight.
How low you trying to get?
And hopefully, I'm trying to get to about 200 pounds.
Oh, that's light.
Like that's a lot of, that's dropping a lot of weight. Whatever.
People gonna start checking on you. They start seeing you that light, man. They're gonna make sure you're okay.
Black people do.
Bro, like I'm lifting heavy, so I won't look skinny. The goal is to muscle up a little bit.
Eric on crack.
I ain't trying to look like no stick figure.
At your house, you use too much.
I already got a big head, man. Like I can't look like no stick figure. I end up looking like a lollipop. I don't need that.
Cool. Let's get into it, man.
All right. Let's get into it. Right. So Tim Scott, after the State of the Union, gave the Republican response, and I typically don't talk about things that I haven't seen the entirety of it, but I have not seen the entirety of Tim Scott's speech. I did see the State of the Union. I thought President Biden did a good job there. It was refreshing to see a competent person give a speech. So, kudos to President Biden. He laid out some excellent points, I thought. I think, turning the country into the direction that it needs to go in. There's lots of things that need to happen or whatever, and he seems to be taking that methodical process, going step by step to get us there. But what I really wanted to talk about, though, was one thing that has basically hit the internet and set it on fire for the past, I think, 24 hours. And that's Tim Scott saying, one of the statements he made in his address was, America is not racist. And, I had a few friends put a few posts out on social media or whatever, and I definitely responded to some of those. But I thought it's a great place for us to start for today or whatever. So what do you guys think? Is he right? Is he wrong?
He's from South Carolina, right?
He is the Republican senator from South Carolina.
I think it's a great example of people speaking as he represents the state of South Carolina, and not even knowing the history of the state of South Carolina as being the first state to secede from the Union. And people, well, the Civil War wasn't about slavery, yada, yada, yada. But to say that America, just to defiantly say America is not racist, like there's no discussion or whatever about it, I think is quite a bold statement coming from a person of his tone. Is kind of what I think about it.
A person of his color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Person of his color.
Yeah.
Not just a person of his color. He's not even light skinned like Eric. Like he like me and you. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like I know he's not passing. So like
he is not passing. He did get him a Caucasian wife though.
Did he? Okay. Well, maybe passing some places.
And I'm not even 100% sure of that, but I would stand firmly on that statement.
I tell you what, though, I did look at him today, Eric, and he lacks facial hair, and I was like, yeah, I'm glad I grew up that facial hair, a little bit of facial hair, for real.
I can't trust a brother with no facial. There's only one brother I trusted with no. Well, it's two of them, Brandon and Obama. Those are only
But I made
two.
a statement today, and my thing was, my problem with this statement is that it was so definitive, right? Like America's not racist. One thing I know, America was really founded on these three things, right? In the fabric of America, there's three threads that are woven into it, and I'll be definitive about it. Those three threads are slavery, violence, and Christianity, right? That's woven into the fabric of America.
Mm-hmm.
I think racism. I think you meant racism.
Oh, so my bad.
You said slavery.
Yeah. Racism, violence, and Christianity are woven into the fabric of this country.
Indeed.
And I'm not saying, Christianity is bad or anything like that. I'm just saying that's kind of those are the pillars that this country was kind of set upon early on. So for him to say that just so definitively was crazy to me. So, and technically slavery, you can't have slavery without racism. So in my opinion, yeah.
It's true. It's true.
Go ahead, B.
B. Price.
I don't even know, buddy. I saw his statement. I want to listen to it in its entirety because I'm judging him already. Every take that I saw, they were pretty much clowning him. I heard he was talking and they had Confederate music playing in the back. It was all type of clips that I saw that were appropriate.
Yeah.
But I was like, well, maybe he wasn't. Maybe he was talking about like South America. Did we ever think about that? Are we going to give him? Are we going to give him the benefit of the doubt? Maybe that's what he was speaking of.
I think he said the United States of America. Just to clarify, it's not like it's not like which America.
I tried to save him.
North America.
But
no.
I'm not with that. I don't even see how you can say that and believe it. It's not possible.
So you guys are kind of talking about Tim Scott. And what I'm trying to get at is the concept that he brought up, not necessarily Tim Scott's character and who he is as a person. He made a statement that America is not racist, and what I want is what would be useful is to kind of dig into it. Like I like the way that Brandon kind of dug into the concept that those three main topics are woven into the fabric of America. That's racism, violence, and Christianity, or whatever. That resonates with me. That makes sense to me. I think kind of the way that I feel about it is America was definitely like founded on racism. And Christianity is definitely one of the pieces of the fabric of America. But just kind of speaking, is every person in America racist? No.
I don't really think the majority of people are, to be honest. I really don't.
I wouldn't say the majority, but it's I wouldn't say the majority, but I'd say it's close. I tend to look at things kind of along voting lines or whatever, and I think of Trump supporters, and I think and when I look at 73 million people voted for him, I go, I feel like you guys are racist. Though I know some Trump supporters who I'm like, well, you might not be racist, but
I don't might necessarily
but,
like that,
but I won't go into I won't continue the Trump conversation, but I think that a lot of the system, because it was founded on racism and slavery built this country, and discrimination is prevalent, and we see it in all the systems, and lots of systems or whatever. those are things that just continue and pervade our existence as Black people in this country, and because of that, we deal with it. So we deal with it on every level, whether it's at the highest level, where the biggest scandal that President Obama had during his presidency was that he was wearing a tan suit one day, and nobody got arrested or whatever, and that was the big scandal that he had, and you're like, okay, well, that was it, and or whatever. But I mean, so I feel like I said, like it's built into the system, it's built into the foundation, and there is hope. There's things like the Hear Me Out podcast. There's people out there actively working to help get into the system and change the system. These younger generations are ferocious in trying to head this stuff off, but it still exists today, and I feel like it will continue to exist for years to come. But I think that we can work together, work with other people to make things better.
I would say that oh man, I lost y'all for a second. I would say that it really goes before slavery. I mean, you got to go back to Native Americans and how this country was taken from them, and the Trail of Tears, and how damn near all of the Native American population of this country is on reservations that for the most part shouldn't even be inhabited by people, right? Like, here's your place, stay here. Like it goes, like the racism or the violence goes way before even slavery, to show you like that's just going back 400 years. Like we can go back past that. You know what I mean? So it's definitely part of what this country is. But I think that just because something starts out one way doesn't mean that's the way that it always has to remain. And I've definitely seen changes. But like in my life, you were saying that you think it's at least half or close to half. Like I'm pretty fortunate, man. Like I have run-ins like every person of color, but most of the people I surround myself with or I'm surrounded by, luckily I don't see a lot of overt racist things, And I think that maybe that's the more dangerous, right? The stuff that's not overt, the stuff we don't see. Maybe that actually plays more of a role than I mean, we're past the point of you can't shop in the store in most places, but it's the other subtle stuff that kind of affects our daily lives that really kind of hits me. So my problem with this statement was it was so definitive. He's like, it does not exist. This is not who we are. And I was like, yo, let's pump the brakes on that and really take a look at it.
It goes into where you are, like where we live and what we do. We don't really put ourselves in the situations to encounter that like that. And I'm sure him being in the position that he's in and the job that he does, he's not seeing that, so he can feel that way. It goes back like when Lil Wayne
I was about to bring that up.
And they asked him if racism exists, and he was like, "Nah, ain't no racism," because it's where he's sitting. He's not in the area to encounter that. And I came from Florida. I came from Florida, South Florida. When I grew up, I didn't see white people till I went to school. And that was it. And I went home and I was around black people. I've always been around people of color, always. But if I was to go somewhere else that I wasn't in my comfort zone, then maybe I would see more of that. Maybe I would experience more of that. I know that it's there. I've seen it. I don't see it every day. But again, I think that just goes into where we are in the pocket that we've created for ourselves.
Yeah, I definitely don't want to.
He all the way comfortable. He ain't worried about that.
Yeah, I definitely don't want to think it's close to half of this country is racist. So I'm whether it's keeping the covers over my eyes or whatnot, I'm gonna think it's less than that. But yeah, America has some work to do. We have some work to do, and I think it's being done. We'll see how it goes.
I kind of agree with Eric, but I got into a thing the other day, and I was talking about words, sound, power, and I can't believe in that and say hey, don't put all that negative shit in the air and then be like, yeah, America is racist as hell, like all of them. I want to
Yeah,
believe. Like I can
yeah.
think that yeah, they're all racist. Like now we're getting better. America is getting better. Putting it putting it in the air.
And I know we're talking about racism, and I know there's levels to it, but I'm not just talking about people of color. I'm not just only talking about people of non-color, but there's all kind of different levels of bigotry and prejudice in this country. It's everybody trying to, keep one class down to, to gain stature or whatnot. But yeah, I don't know.
I watched a interview with Dempson Idris, the kid from the guy from Snowfall. He's plays the main character, and he's British, and one of the points that he made was that Americans tend to think that they're the only Black Americans tend to think that we're the only ones that experience racism, but what he said is that they experienced the same racism over there that we did. I saw that interview earlier today, and I was actually interested because he said, and it's the exact same kind, because he spent a great deal of time obviously he grew up in England, and he spent a ton of time here in the States now because shooting Snowfall and growing up. American culture is everywhere, so he grew up watching everything that happened here, but we didn't grow up. British culture, it didn't come here or whatever. You only get a couple of exports or whatever. So we're just starting to see people like him and Daniel Kaluuya and folks like that, and Idris Elba. So we're just starting to see those guys or whatever, but we haven't seen the stories from them. And he mentioned a series called Small Acts. I don't know if you guys have seen it. I believe it's on Hulu. It's really, really dope, but it gives you a view of what life was like. It's four separate movies, and it goes through different time periods in England, and you see it from that the black culture there or whatever, and it was startling to see how similar that story could be translated over to a U.S. story, and that just, to me, it shows you not that it's American racism. I mean, and I've also had the privilege of watching some stuff with Trevor Noah, where he does the same thing. He goes, the racism in South Africa was perfected because they took racism from England, racism from Australia, racism from the U.S., and brought it here, and they perfected it. So they have the most perfect racism you've ever seen in South Africa, which is terrifying and scary and awful or whatever. But that's the thing. We have to understand that the battles that we're fighting here are not just our battles. Those are battles for Black and brown people everywhere. That's for people of color everywhere. It's not just here that we have to deal with it. And a lot of the times we're like, oh, we go to England. Well, where did you go in England? Oh, well, you didn't go to the hood. You didn't go to the hood. You went to Buckingham Palace. You went and hung out in the rather wealthy areas or whatever.
They don't have an MLK Avenue over there in Great Britain.
I went to Brixton when I was out there.
Well, see, that's where he's. I think that's where he's from. And he was like, and it's crazy out there. He was like, you look at South Central LA and you look at Brixton, and it's the same thing. He was like, so when he came here, he came there and to South Central to meet with John Singleton. He said that it felt from
you
New.
can't be surprised.
Yeah,
I mean, America ain't nothing but uh, British people that came over and gentrified America. That's all it is. So it's the same. It was the same people. It's the same thing.
big facts.
Well,
It didn't
I guess
change.
that goes back to
Yeah,
that historical reference I made. Like for that dude to sit up there and make that statement representing South Carolina, the first state to actually lead the union, and really probably the most obvious act of racial divide in this country being the Civil War, right? At least the biggest or the first. I think Price is right. I think the dude's probably removed from feeling a lot of that, and he just, spoke out something stupid. It's, you know, so
I felt like a Bob Barker
Price
reference
is
when you
right.
said "Price is
My
Right."
name was Price. I have many of t-shirts that say that.
No, sir. You
Price
wouldn't.
is right.
You wouldn't. You wouldn't. You would get tired of it. And then with the initials BP,
You
when the
wouldn't. You
gas
wouldn't.
stations
You
started
wouldn't.
popping, you would get tired of that too.
Bro, my initials BS. Try me on that.
It is.
Try me on that.
Uh,
For real.
I love it. All right. So let's switch gears a little bit. Bring it up. Let's bring a little bit of energy to something near and dear to my heart. The NBA playoff picture. What do we got? What do we think about? How do we think the season's going so far? What do you think about the super teams? What do you think about
I hate
MVP?
the
All of
term
this fun
super
stuff.
teams.
What we got? Brandon,
I'm gonna
lean
let
forward.
Price speak, and I'll lean forward when I come in like that.
For dramatic effect. I got a question first though, because I haven't had a chance to look at it. How
Yep.
are they doing this playoff thing this year? I know it's something different, but I don't know what the difference is.
It's the
They got
top.
one
It's the
playing
top
game though, don't they?
16 teams.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because
Yep.
they're only showing the top six. So six is not what you're talking.
No
Top
top.
8,
No
top,
top. It's the top
top 6
top
or
Okay.
16
16.
teams.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is, it's always the top
Top
16
16
teams,
teams
but they're
because
but
not.
they're
No. No. So previously, it's been the top 8 teams in the
16.
East, top 8 teams in the West. This this is top 16 teams.
All right, I understand that.
Period.
But when they show
Or whatever.
like, let's say they show the Eastern ranking, they have a line drawn under number six, and then the next four there's another line. What is the four teams that's in between?
So
What is that?
those are the play-in teams. So those are the ones. Yeah. So those are the ones that they'll have games that they have to play in order to actually make it into the playoff to get
It's like how the
into that
NCAA, it's
top
like how the NCAA do,
the
how
top
they
eight.
do it for that last 64 spot.
So how you gonna have 16 teams?
Yo, I was told there'd be no math,
What do you mean?
so I'm out. There'd be no math.
So the top
Yeah.
six are in,
12.
and then those other four are out. They have to play to get into the playoffs. So
Two and
they
two.
can be those top two
Two and two.
those bottom four play the second
8 become
the
4.
second
4
two
plus
of that
12
bottom
give you
four.
16.
They'll
So two from
Somebody
the
give my
East,
math degree.
yep
two from the East, two from the West, from the play-in team. All I know is that the Heat
right.
is playing around, and they sitting like at 6-7. They keep bouncing back and forth, and they was behind. They was behind
Yeah, they're
Boston.
currently seventh
They
in
were
the
both
East.
32 and 30, but they were behind Boston because I guess they lost to them.
They're
That's all I
suffering,
know.
man. Even though they're a younger team, they're suffering from kind of like the Lakers of having that extended playoff run
Mhm.
in the shortened off season. So like they got beat up so bad early on. Being a Heat fan, they got beat up so bad early on with injuries. So I think
Yeah,
they kind of really
it was
started
rough.
hitting their stride maybe about 15 games or so ago, and actually kind of turned the corner. Plus,
But when but you got but you also got to look at a couple of key contributors, right? So, as far as Miami,
Hero ain't been doing nothing.
Tyler Hero,
Last
he
year
has
he was
been
playing like
anything
Tyrone
but
Hero.
a hero.
This year he's playing like Tyler Hero.
And that was the thing. After last year, when they came around this year and they was making the moves, and I was like, yo, they better not trade Hero. But he been hooping, and now I'm like, they should have got rid of that.
Should have got rid of it. They could have got something nice for him too, because they Westbrook or somebody.
But the problem is with Hero, what's coming, what we're hearing is that the lifestyle that he's living right now, he partying a little too much. I mean, and I wish Donovan was on here because this is the perfect time to throw it in his face. So I'll make sure I give him a call tomorrow and make sure I make this point to him. In the bubble, you don't have all the distractions. You got hooping and you got being in your room or whatever. And now
you got distractions.
You got South Beach. You got being a young millionaire or whatever. You got all of the women that South Beach provides because Miami been open for forever as far as the pandemic goes. So he out partying like a rock star or whatever, and he ain't playing like a rock star. So they're not gonna be able to overlook it. So it's not completely his fault. Obviously, there's other people that are contributing factors, but I'm just giving an example.
He can hoop and go to Magic City and keep it together.
He a veteran though.
Well, this is true.
He is a super veteran.
And young boy came from like
whatever.
Kentucky.
So
he
came from Kentucky. He's like small town, man. He wide open down there in Miami.
Yeah, but I'm kind of, I gotta say, like, seeing that the Suns are 2 in the West.
They clinched the playoff spot last night.
Huh?
Chris Paul's the truth, man.
Chris Paul is the truth.
That's a testament to CP3.
He is the truth, and he don't be getting his just due.
And obviously, my guy D Book is balling, but I'm telling y'all, D Book, that's what they call him, man. You got to get on board with this lingo, bro. If you ain't going
B.I.
Yeah.
Notorious
B.I.
Exactly. Air just give people these random monikers, man. It's crazy.
Brandon Ingram from the Pelicans. Go ask about it.
I mean, don't you have to make multiple All-Star games before you just get known by one name or initials?
I know who AD is. Who dunked on him the other night?
Yeah.
That was the nastiest thing I've seen in a very long time. You didn't see it?
I didn't see it. Who dunked on him?
I'll insert that here.
Okay, well.
Yeah.
Okay.
You should.
I won't be doing that. I won't be doing that.
Record your reaction when you see it. I'm telling you, it was like that.
All right, I'll look it up. I'll see what it is.
You gonna say it?
So the Suns are gonna have a great regular season. They might win one series, but they're not getting past the second round. They just play harder in the regular season.
Remember last year they didn't get a chance to get in.
Yeah, they won't do anything. I mean, they had a great regular season, but you have to realize most of the teams in the regular season they don't go full force, man. You can win 50 games just by playing hard in the regular season. That's how Utah, before they really, took off. That's how the Spurs always won. You can win 50 games just by effort and good coaching. So that's why the Suns.
What's your take on Utah?
Yeah. But it's going to be the Lakers.
Well, hold on. So with the Suns, like Booker is dating Kendall Jenner, I think, right now.
Jones going to be kicking it. That's crazy. They're gonna be. They could literally be caught with Lemon Pepper Lou up in Magic City kicking it. That's crazy.
So I mean, so we know about that Car Jenner
Curse.
um, curse that they say exists, but it usually happens. The curse usually happens after a championship
No,
because you gotta look at Reggie. You gotta look at Reggie Bush. You look at
Chris Humphries.
you
Chris
look at
Humphries ain't
Lamar
win no
Chris
Odom,
champ.
Humphries.
champion,
Kanye
Lamar.
West, he
Chris
lost his
Humphries.
election. He
championship.
didn't even make the ballot. So I mean, that's the most recent.
Kanye West
He was
became a
already on the way. He was on the
multi-billionaire.
way.
A
He was
multi-billionaire.
on the
I
way.
still feel like he's winning. All right, okay. But all I'm saying though, Reggie Bush got that one in New Orleans or whatever. He was dating
I
Kim,
don't like it.
and then the next thing you know, you got El Odom dating Chloe.
I don't like it.
Got him
I
a
want I
chip.
want Striggs. I want Striggs to finish his playoff tape. I don't
Oh
like
yeah,
it. I don't like the
so
Kardashian talk.
coming out the West is
Go
going to
ahead.
be. I guess it all depends upon seeding, but coming out the West is either going to be the Lakers or the Jazz. Coming out the West.
So on this top 16, are we eliminating the East and the West?
Yeah, I believe that's what they're doing. That's what they did. Uh, uh, 18 and 19.
So there's a possibility that they won't be no coming out the West,
Sorry,
then, right?
19, not 18, 19 and 20. That's what
And
they
then
did in
what?
19 and 20.
Oh no, they didn't do
It
that.
was just basically
They
one
did that. They did that in the All-Star game.
the top
I wanted them to do that last year in the bubble. I
would've
wanted
been good.
everybody to make the playoffs. One hitter quitter, and whoever's left standing. That's what I wanted to see. That's
I'm
what I
going to
wanted
say
to see.
though,
Huh?
Brooklyn will not be in the championship. For everybody that's saying Brooklyn's going to be there.
You know who is not going to be there, and I'm very disappointed that they're not living up to the hype. The Clippers.
Yeah.
They
You don't think having Rondo sure up that point guard spot is going to help them
It's
get to
2008 Rondo,
the
2021 Rondo.
get to the
playoff Rondo. Playoff Rondo last year was playing. Now don't front on Rondo.
No, playoff Rondo's a real thing.
He was
Yeah,
a beast.
playoff Rondo last year got busy.
How long? But how many games in the playoffs before he punches Paul George for not showing up though? So I mean, for real.
But y'all need to stop fronting on Paul George too. I'm sorry, PG. Should I call him PG? Stop fronting on PG.
I don't even call him P. I just call him G. What's the lowest rating for film? G rated? I call him G rated. Not even PG, man. Please.
That's hot.
Man.
That's hot, bro. That's rough. So you don't think that the Nets are gonna be
Nah, man.
are gonna come out of
They
the
had
East?
3 ballers and 1 heart, man. They got the most talent probably ever assembled, as far as prolific scorers or whatnot. But one thing, and I never played basketball on that high level anywhere close to it, but I played a lot of team sports. And one thing I know is real is heart and chemistry, man. I don't think they have either one. Talent just won't get it done alone.
They haven't even all.
I don't
played
know,
together
man. I think
like that yet.
They haven't played 7 games together.
I think in boxing they say styles make fights, and what I'll say is it feels to me like with the team talent that they've got and the different styles that they can employ during games, I think they have enough to beat everybody to beat everybody in the East.
I think Philly's
Easy.
gonna give them problems.
And I don't think Philly will give them problems because they're going to do unless somehow or another Ben Simmons
He's
learns to
physical,
shoot
though. He's more
a
physical than
jumper.
everybody have. Brooklyn's a very finesse, not a very strong team. In the playoffs, when defense matters, when it gets physical, you're gonna bring the B out in some people for real. Like that's how it works.
I hear you, but coaching,
Thank you for
coaching and
saying coaching and
talent,
talent.
coaching and
Who's
talent.
the head coach? Steve Nash.
Brooklyn. I don't know.
Who's his first
I
assistant?
can't remember.
Mike
Steve
D'Antoni.
Nash.
Well, how did the Phoenix Suns, on those 3 years that he won back-to-back MVPs and the Suns had the best record in the league, how did they finish? Never in the championship. Because finesse, that's right.
They never got a
it
championship.
matters, man. It does.
But
It can't be soft.
but Steve Nash being their coach. Steve Nash is a winner.
How many chips Steve Nash won?
He literally
Nash
hasn't won.
Steve Nash, I mean, he's an
No championship.
He's an MVP. He's an MVP.
That's not a winner.
Still an MVP.
That's not a winner though, man. I mean, he
Still an MVP.
Give me Big Shot over Steve Nash.
I'm just saying.
I'm gonna win some rings. I'll take Chauncey Billups.
You want Chauncey Billups as a coach?
I'll take him.
You wanted Chauncey Billups as a coach over Steve. That's fine. He hasn't won any games.
What
has
are
he?
you talking about?
Chauncey Billups as a
Dude,
coach.
you said Steve Nash is the winner. He's never won a championship. Chauncey Billups has
Never.
won 2 championships.
All I know is Steve Nash isn't going to play. Chauncey Billups isn't going to play.
You don't want
or
to
whatever.
coach.
Neither one of those guys are going to be playing. Yeah, I mean, and I think Steve Nash seems to be doing a pretty good job as a coach. Where's Brooklyn? Where's Brooklyn?
Doc Rivers ain't win no chips either.
It looks like Brooklyn is first. Brooklyn look like they're first in the East right now. Who's gonna be Brooklyn? The Sixers. They're second.
I'm not just gonna sit here and have
Okay,
this Miami Heat disrespect. I'm not gonna partake in that.
I'm a Heat fan, man, but we gotta be real about this. We can't be.
I'm always real. We winning a chip every year. Every year. Every year.
You've been right 3 times.
How many championships does Miami have?
3.
Is it 2? Is it 2?
Yeah.
3? 3. Wade got one by himself.
Wade got 3. We're not
No,
doing that.
I mean I'm saying he got 1 by himself, and then he got
3,
and then he got one with, and then he got 2 with LeBron. How many did LeBron get while he was? He got 2 while he was in Miami.
2.
Okay, all right, got you. So there's 3 championships.
4 last year.
And then how many does Boston have?
15.
How many does Boston have?
Fan.
Yeah, like 15 or something like that. I think the Lakers surpassed them. I think Lakers surpassed them with 16.
16?
The Lakers passed them last year.
Yeah. Okay. 16.
With 17. Lakers have 17. So I don't know. I mean, we'll see. I think it's gonna be. I think it'll be the Lakers and the Nets in the finals. That's barring injury. I think one of the key things we have to think about is injury. That's why I think Chris Paul, as great as he is, he always gets hurt in the playoffs.
Chris Paul?
I don't think this year is going to be any different. He has not been.
He didn't get hurt.
Chris Paul. He always gets. Did he? I thought he did. So for the most part, he gets hurt in the playoffs. His durability is definitely in question in the playoffs. But I don't think they're going to make. I don't think Phoenix is going to do it. What about the Bucks? What about the Knicks?
What are we doing here?
Knicks balling right now.
We just talk about fantasy stuff. What are we doing here?
No, I mean the Knicks are fourth in the East. If you can talk about Miami, who's 7th in the East, how can you not talk about the Knicks, who was until yesterday was the hottest team in the league? They had 8-game win streak.
Go and get a championship for LeBron.
Oh my
God!
Life, the only people Only games I'm watching are if Miami's not involved, I really don't watch it. I watch some highlights of some other cats. I know Steph Curry is going bananas. Um, Joel Embiid was playing well before he got injured. They was talking MVP. He still has to prove to me in the playoffs. I don't believe in none of them cats in the playoffs,
Yeah.
except maybe your boy Giannis. But
Yeah.
in reality, my thing is I'm gonna say that he's gonna win every time. I'm serious. In reality, this is where I am. It's the Heat. Oh, who's gonna come out of the East? The Heat. Oh, the Heat. They gonna play Milwaukee. Who's gonna win? The Heat. And you see where that got me last year? You see where that got me last year? To the championship, baby. To the championship. Nobody was riding. Nobody was riding with us.
I was riding with him last year.
All right,
My man.
we'll let you
But
have
I
that. We'll
think
let
the
you have
only, the
that.
only person
Okay.
I'm thinking of out of
So
the, out of
let's.
the East, other than the Heat, is Brooklyn. I mean, what they got over there, man, they got beast. They got the whole squad.
No heart.
Yep.
I'm telling you, dog. Hold on, you gotta make me. You gotta
All
make
right.
me look. Your boy,
All right.
your boy over there.
So let's.
What's your boy? Who fronted on him to get traded? Like he couldn't dunk no more. Blake Griffin.
Oh yeah.
Blake Griffin, he got
Oh,
hard.
Blake Griffin. Yeah.
Nah,
He'll
I mean,
fight you.
he's part of that Kardashian curse too, ain't he?
And that other cat, who else did they get? The other forward. They got some dudes down low that got some hard.
Nah, Lamarcus. Remember, Lamarcus Aldridge retired.
What?
Yeah, like he played a couple games, said he didn't feel good or whatever, had some
Yeah.
kind of physical issues or
Ironically
whatever,
enough,
so
he
he
had heart
retired.
issues, much like the Brooklyn Nets.
This nigga.
All right, all right, okay. So let's get past the NBA. Something that I think kind of entertaining is Floyd Mayweather and Jake Paul are supposed to be fighting. Is it? I think it's June 19th or June 9th, not June 19th. Floyd Mayweather Jr. is 43, I think, and I don't know
like
how
12.
old Jake Paul is. Yeah, I mean
Like
he's
85, man.
20 something. He's not a professional. He's not a professional boxer. He's gonna outweigh Floyd by I think almost
But he
40
done knocked two
about
people
40
out.
pounds, 40 50 pounds.
Oh, that's the other brother.
No, that's the other brother.
Well, why am I watching this brother?
That's the other brother.
I'm not paying money for that.
Yeah. So wait a minute. I think Mayweather's
Why?
fighting
Why
Logan
why are we
Paul.
watching this?
Logan's the
now,
other
now,
brother.
now I'm all the way disappointed.
I
say he fighting Wolverine.
Yeah.
That'd be
What'd you
a good
say?
fight. Logan Paul. That'd be a good.
Yeah, he's gonna fight Wolverine. But I think Floyd's catch weight is like 150, and the Paul brothers catch weight is 190. Can't weigh over 190 or whatever. So there's not been anyone who's been able to catch up to Floyd that was a professional boxer. But so I don't anticipate this being any different. Floyd's gonna move around. It's an exhibition or whatever. It's another money grab for Floyd or whatever. But this Paul brother, Logan, is not the boxer that I think that even Jake is, and Jake's not a boxer, not a good boxer.
Why is this fight happening? I thought this was the dude that just fought. So why do I want to?
No. He's not fighting that brother. He's fighting. He's fighting the older. He's fighting.
Why?
I think
Why would I want to see him?
the other brother. This is why we needed Will Walker on this one. So me and Will can talk about boxing.
Is it boxing though?
Is it boxing?
It's a
They probably
boxing
gonna put
exhibition.
Evander
It's a
Holyfield
boxing
on the
exhibition.
undercard. He's trying hard body to get in the ring. He's trying to get in the ring so hard.
I heard that. So first of all, let's do a are you intrigued? See or no, like Poppy from what is it? Pardon the interruption, or whatever. So Mayweather Logan Paul fight. Are
I'm
you
even
interested?
less
Do you want to
interested
watch
now
it?
because I was hoping that it was the boy who just fought the other day who was talking all that noise. I'm like, oh, they not giving me my respect. I'm like, dude, you won 2
Nah.
fights against nobody. I thought it was him.
If Mayweather wears a Nate Robinson mask to exact revenge on his brother, I'll watch it. I'll watch it.
Or you have Nate
Be
Robinson
an amazing
walking out
brother
to the
beater.
ring. You gotta incorporate it somewhere. You gotta have on red, black, and green trunks. It gotta be something extra black for me to worry about it.
I need Roy Jones Jr. to come out with
Y'all
him
must have forgot.
rapping. Y'all must have forgot.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Not interested, man.
All right.
Not at all.
Okay. And then all right. So I'll pretty much watch Floyd Mayweather Jr. fight anybody. So
like I'm not gonna watch it.
I ain't watching it.
yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch it. It might not be a clean stream that I'm gonna watch it on, but I'm definitely gonna watch it. And then the last one, last topic we got for today is Van Jones is reportedly dating Kim Kardashian. Go.
Man, he gonna go from being on CNN to like covering like Georgia high school Friday night football when that curse catch up with him. He gonna get knocked down.
He can always get a job with E. She can always get him a job on E. He can do entertainment news. Yeah, I mean,
E or Bravo.
Yeah,
One of the
take
two.
your shot, my man. I guess.
I mean, my only thing is I had to look Buddy up because I didn't know him off name, so I recognized him. But my whole thing is my nigga, she's married. She's married.
I think they are. They are legally separated. They're legally separated. Coming from someone who is divorced and who went through the divorce process, when you file legal separation papers,
I understand. I'm not saying it's not
permissible.
permissible. What I'm just saying this. Okay, let me give you my two. First is she's married. You was just married yesterday. Shame on you and him. Shame on him, though, because number two, when I was reading it, they've been longtime friends. How long you been plotting on this takeover, guy? How long you been waiting? So you've been attending dinner parties at Kanye crib, plotting the whole time, waiting for him to move out so you can move in.
So
that's too swift.
Are we in a place in this world we don't reward planning and persistence? I thought that was a good thing.
I think this is another strategic move by Kim and the Kardashians. So she's like, when you look at stars or whatever, like she went from, Ray J to Chris Humphries and all these other guys, and then ends up with Kanye or whatever. And it's like, what star does she move to that's bigger than Kanye? It's hard to find those, right? So the other thing that I think of is right now, like, she's in the process of trying to get her law degree or whatever, and she's been instrumental.
You heard what he said.
Her raw degree.
Yeah, she's in
law. Already had that.
Law degree.
She got that.
Law.
She got a doctorate. She got a doctorate in that.
Got that from Ray J. Got that from Ray J. If you could have one wish. Okay. But she's in the process of trying to get her law degree, studying for the bar, or the baby bar, something like that. And she's worked with a lot of those legal projects or whatever to help get incarcerated folks out of prison or falsely
Trump a
accused
lot of
people
FaceTime.
out of prison or whatever. Yeah, so she's worked with a group to get people out. One of those groups, Van Jones, is a key contributor to that group as well. So they've been connected through that. So much like Marsha Clark and Chris Darden, maybe a little something has been going on. We don't know. I won't speculate on the morality of what's been going on between the two of them because I don't know. But what I will say though is it feels very strategic by Kim to go, well, I'm trying to get some legitimacy in another field or whatever, and Van Jones provides a lot of legitimacy in politics and in the legal field. Bakari Sellers is already married, so he's not available.
Well, let's not forget.
There we go.
She does come from pedigree of outstanding lawyers or so. I mean, her father was a well-known lawyer, so if she's trying to get a law degree and so she can help people that are incarcerated get fairness, then all jokes aside, then I'm down for that. She can go ahead and date my man Judge Mathis if it helps. You know what I mean? Like, whatever it takes. Whatever it takes.
Hey, but on the real, did you just drop a Chris Darden and Marsha Clark bar? Did you really do that? Okay. Bars.
I did.
Bars.
I did.
Well, we're talking about bars.
Yeah.
Price, go ahead and hit us with the verse we're talking about.
Yeah. What's say Matthew? St.
He's
Matthews. I know nothing about verses.
Man, I wish I had been prepared with my favorite B Price line though. I wish I had something prepared, man. If I could find if my laptop had a CD player, I still got my Unknown Seeds CD and my Cult of Icon CD. So don't make me find something because Pawn Takes King is my shit.
Pawn Takes King. But your girl,
Kim
Kardashian. When has she been single?
She hasn't. Now, I was about to say that, man. Like, at some point, you have to work on yourself. You have to be by yourself, and she seems to have an issue with that.
Yep.
But
yeah. I mean, she got 7 kids. Like, you're not gonna be alone.
Damn.
Or what is it? Like it's like 5 of them now, isn't it? 4 or 5,
kids, right?
something like that.
Dang.
Yeah, I don't know.
Northwest, and then
they got a
the
bunch
other
of
one, and then the
kids.
twins.
All right, sounds good to me. All right, man.
Yes, sir.
So Brian, shout out the Owner's Box. Tell us a little something about it right quick
My
before we
mind
wrap.
is still blown on what you said on this power play. If she is making a power play like that, these motherfuckers are dangerous.
You might end up being the president.
Yo, if that's really what she's doing, bruh. No.
It don't seem far fetched though, does it?
You on mute.
B, we can't hear you. You're muted.
Rookie move. Kris Jenner is a brilliant marketing and business mind. So it would not talk about Pawn Takes King for real. Like,
Yeah.
it's a move.
Did you see your boy? I'm sorry. Your girl. Caitlyn Jenner is running.
Caitlyn Jenner
Governor?
running for governor of California as a transgendered
Right.
Republican.
Dangerous. All of this.
Yeah.
I'm like when I heard she was running, I was like,
Can
oh,
you do that?
okay. And then I was like, as a
Can you do
Republican,
that?
huh? What do you mean
I mean,
she can
like
run for
10
governor?
years
Anybody can
ago,
run for governor.
10 years
You
ago,
can
she
run for
didn't
governor.
exist.
You can run for governor of Georgia. You've been here long enough.
Does what exist? What?
It's not true.
It was a-
I mean, Caitlyn Jenner and
Are
Bruce
they?
Jenner
Are
are
they?
the
Because
same
Bruce Jenner
person.
still has an open murder case open.
He does. She does.
That just seems to be going away. I'm very confused about the whole thing.
Oh wow, I
That
didn't.
she
And
has
you should be
going
in
on.
law school.
I didn't know that.
Oh, you don't remember that?
That one got me there.
Vehicular homicide, right?
But you're right. I do
Yes.
remember. I do remember
Yes.
that.
Yeah, I do remember that.
I'm sure it's swept under the rug. They're a multi-billion-dollar family, so somebody
I'm
paid
waiting on the
somebody off.
Netflix movie.
I got so many angles I want to go
Yeah.
at this for, but none that I'm comfortable doing. I mean,
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes.
All right, but seriously, okay. Back to your podcast because
Yes.
it's fascinating and I love it. Talk
The
about
Owner's
it.
Box. We're coming up on 1 year this week, actually.
How many episodes?
We took
Like
a
100
break, so
episodes.
we only at 41 episodes. We took some weeks off at the end of December. I think we took pretty much all of December off.
All right.
So as a podcast, I started with my man's. Huh?
It's clearly black people there. It's clearly black people. Took all of December
Take
off.
a break, man.
Clearly black
Had to take a
people.
mental break. I don't remember why we took a break now, but it sounded good at the time.
Man, it's
It
between
sounded good
Thanksgiving
at
and
the time.
Christmas. Might as
But
well
we did
take a break.
record an
That's what you was
episode when we
thinking.
came back. We recorded it on Christmas Day, so we out here working. We work holidays, baby. We work holidays. But it's me, my man Seuss,
All right.
and Will Walker. And me and Seuss have known each other since high school. Me and Will have known each other since like 2000, so like 20, 21 years. So we all cool. Seuss he's road manager for Case, for the singer Case. He works with some other artists as well, and he does other things to make money, all legal. But
I was about to say, like, don't leave it out there like that because it
yeah,
sound like
all
hey,
legal
he
things.
do
These are
some
all legal
business.
things.
He do some
But
business. He got them
so
packs, baby.
if you follow him on Facebook, you'll see him. He get in the kitchen and he'll cook, and it'll be like, yeah, this is what I had for lunch. How that sandwich you had taste, and try to front on people, style on people. We always say, yo, I'm out doing famous shit right now. I can't do that. I'm doing famous shit right now. So it was pretty much built. It was built off the premise of doing famous shit, and just to have a chance to just kick it and check in and talk shit, and talk about issues, and talk about us. So it's just a real kick it thing.
All right.
Try to be as open with your opinion as possible, because I know it's a lot of things. Like when we went on a podcast one time with I went with them. Ed Lover was doing a podcast, and Case was on it, and Seuss, and I was like, yo, why don't you let Case say what the fuck he want to say? Ed Lover was asking him all kind of questions, and he wouldn't let him answer some shit. And he was like, nah, Case ain't got no filter. I was like, well, let him say. Nah, he can't say that. It's certain shit he can't say. On our show, I don't want it to be like that. It's like whatever you say, I ain't gonna say it. But at the end, if some shit need to be edited, I'll edit you. Like when Mel was on there, my cousin Mel, Jason's sister, she was on there. She was on the Christmas episode.
Yeah.
And this was after dinner and after libation.
All right.
And she forgot she had a job. And she was out there letting them fly. So I had to edit her. I had to edit her up. I had to get, but I don't like the edit. I want you to be able to say what you want to say. But it's cool. I like
Yeah.
it. You still need to get over there.
So just for people that are watching, if you made it all the way to the end here, Jason Louder from last week's episode and Brian, our cousins or whatever. So that's another part of the family connection.
Jason Louder, free Cressy. Did he give his free Cressy campaign? Oh man, free Cressy.
He did not. Yeah, free Cressy. Bring back 2-Bit.
Right.
Let's go. Brian, we appreciate you, brother.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us.
Too. Hey man, you know you my man.
Yo, we go back, man.
From day one.
From
day one, he was ready to fight. He was ready to throw hands with me. He was ready to throw hands.
ATL,
MIA. Throw hands, man.
Hell, man.
That's my man right there.
Family of family is my family, brother. Family of family is my family. Real talk, though, man. Back in those days, I didn't care whether I won or lost. I just wanted a piece of action. So.
You just wanted to get down.
Wanted to get a piece of action.
Yeah. Good grief. All right, like, subscribe, and comment. Brandon, say what you're going to say.
Comment. What was I going to say? Well, I'll tell you what I was going to say. I was going to say that on Real Talk, like, take care of your brothers, look out for people, and the ones that are quietest are the ones that need it most. So that's when you need to really listen. Real talk.
Indeed.
Yeah.
But,
thank y'all.
Price, we appreciate you, bro. And
in today's episode of We Love to See It, Congressman Mondale Jones. Get him.
Mr. Speaker, I have had enough of my colleagues' racist insinuations that somehow the people of Washington, D.C. are incapable or even unworthy of our democracy. One Senate Republican said that D.C. wouldn't be a, quote, well-rounded working class state. I had no idea there were so many syllables in the word white. One of my House Republican colleagues said that D.C. shouldn't be a state because the district doesn't have a landfill. My goodness, with all the racist trash my colleagues have brought to this debate, I can see why they're worried about having a place to put it. The truth is, there is no good faith argument for disenfranchising over 700,000 people, Mr. Speaker, most of whom are people of color.